This is Mike with the Studio for Teaching and Learning Innovation, and today I want to show you how to record or upload a podcast to your Blackboard site so that you can have a transcript for the other students in your class to read. So first thing I want to do, I'm in the Foundations of Education class here, and I'm going to go to the podcast uploads link down at the bottom. And you'll notice I have this assignments folder here, Educ 31001 assignments, and I'll click on that. And now here's where I'm going to post the podcast. So to do that, I can hit create up here. And I've got a couple of options. If I have the MP4 file, or the MP3 file, I can just upload the media right to here, and it'll upload it, and it'll create the transcript from that file. If I don't have the MP3 file or the MP4 file, then I'm going to actually need to play the podcast while the Panopto capture is going. So I can do that in the browser here. That's the easiest way to do it. So I'll go to Panopto capture. And you'll notice that everything pops up. My video appears. I don't have to have my video playing. If I go to video, I can remove that, and now my video won't be there. I can also hit audio, and I can decide which audio. I want the MacBook Pro microphone to be recording, and that's basically what I need. And I will just go ahead and do X here. So now it's going to create an audio-only recording, which is fine for a podcast, or if you wanted to create a video, you could. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the record button, and it's going to count down. And as it's counting down, I'm going to go ahead and open up my Spotify playlist. That's where I have my podcast, and I'll go to this podcast, Timothy Snyder. And let's say I want to play this very first one, and I'll just hit play.
It's not. Kherson was named after an older ancient Greek settlement on the Crimean Peninsula. It was named by Catherine the Great when she founded the city. By the way, that ancient Greek city, which was also called Kherson, is now, the ruins of it are now in a suburb of Sevastopol, which is another city name which you might be hearing of. Things are exploding there at the moment. Sevastopol is part of the territory in the extreme south of Ukraine, in Crimea, which was occupied by Russia in 2014. So these place names, which seem exotic and mysterious, point us back to a history which is actually durable and comprehensible. So the Greeks are the oldest documented inhabitants of Ukraine. I'm not going to say the oldest inhabitants because they're the Scythians and there are all kinds of other people who left other kinds of traces.
Okay, so that's all I wanted to record, and I'll go back to my Google Chrome. And that's it. I can hit stop. And that recording has been created. If I want to be fancy, I can then edit it. I can cut the beginning off and the end off, so it's only the podcast. But that's basically all I need to do. I will go ahead, and I don't even have to save it. It's already been saved. I'll go back to my Blackboard site. I'll hit refresh here. And I'll go back to that folder, and now here you see there's that recording. And I can go ahead and it's embedding the captions right now. And once it's all done, it'll take longer if it's a longer podcast, but it's rather quick if it's just for this 1 minute that I recorded. So once it's done, if I want to listen to it, I can just hit listen, and I can hit play and open up my Spotify playlist. That's where I have my podcast, and I'll go to this podcast, Timothy Snyder. And let's say I want to play this very first one, and I'll just hit play.
It's not. Kherson was named after an older ancient Greek settlement on the Crimean Peninsula. It was named by Catherine the Great when she founded the city.
So that's it. It recorded the audio, and it also captured the subtitles, the captions. And if I go to captions, I can read the captions. I can also go in and edit the captions. You'll notice that I have this this edit tab up at the top right. I can click on edit, and I can go to my captions, and you'll notice that it said Harrison, but it really said Herson, so I'll type in Herson, and then I went ahead and corrected it, and I can correct anything else that I see that might be a mistake, and that's all there is to it. I can hit apply, and playlist, that's where I have my now it's available for any of my colleagues. I'll go back to content, and you can go ahead and rename it if you want. So right now it says Monday, April 1st. So let me rename it. I'll go back to edit, or actually settings. And here's where I can give it another name. So I'll edit that, and I will call that Mike Bloom Test Podcast. Or you can name it whatever you want, something that's going to make it obvious. I'll hit save, and that's it. I'm all done.